Hello everyone and welcome back to another video from everyone's favorite Halo YouTuber. I'm Rehab, your favorite Halo YouTuber, and today I'm going to give you 5 sniper tips to help you improve your aim in Halo Infinite. Everyone was a big fan of the BR tips video I did. Got a lot of positive feedback regarding that, so today we're going to do the same thing but with this sniper. Let's jump into it. Alright guys, so we're here in the firing range, and here's where I'm going to give you the first tip, and that is going to be to get your reticle to the correct height, so you only have to correct horizontally. Correcting vertically on a controller is a lot more difficult in my opinion. If you're on a keyboard and mouse, maybe it's a little easier for you, and you find it not too bad to go up and down to try and get a headshot or kind of track someone vertically, but on a controller, if I get the reticle to the right height, I find it a lot easier to kind of just move to the left or right and find the headshot. So right here we're gonna see, right, I pretty much just hold the reticle at the right height, and then from there it's a lot easier for me to kind of just, that was a little high, but you get what I mean. It's a lot easier to kind of just correct horizontally than having to, you know, go up high, swipe. And I know that was kind of some feedback that I've heard people give during the flights for the training program, is basically that, like, it's kind of pretty easy because you're only going side to side. If they made you adjust vertically in this arena, I think it would be a lot better training. Obviously, in the actual game, people are jumping, people are at different heights, so it's not as easy as this, where literally everyone is on the same plane and you're just kind of going back and forth, swiping people. Not everything's as simple as this, where everyone's on the same plane and you're just adjusting horizontally. Obviously, people are at different heights, people are jumping, and it would be a lot better practice to have to deal with that. But even if you're at a higher height or they're at a lower height, if you can get the reticle to the right height, and once you're at the right height, it's a lot easier to just move horizontally and kind of block in that headshot. And speaking of having the reticle at the right height, that leads right into my second tip, which is very similar to our BR tip video, where you want to use left stick aiming. Again, if I just sat here still, it's not too bad, obviously, when I'm at the same height. Like, I can do this, where obviously these things don't really strafe as hard as regular players in matchmaking. They kind of, you know, lolly around. They duck every once in a while to throw you off. And I can stand still when I'm at the same height and just kind of go side to side on the right stick and get the headshots. However, as you'll see here, when I'm utilizing left stick aiming, I'm a lot quicker to actually change targets. And I'm a lot more efficient and able to hit people a lot better when I'm actually just using my left stick, right? I'm doing like minimal right stick inputs in this. But once I'm at the right height and I'm kind of in the area, I'm doing what I feel like I'm doing the bulk of my aiming with the actual left stick, right? And then I'm kind of just doing a slight adjustment, maybe a eensy beatsy little swipe onto the head, but for the most part, it's a lot easier to just move with the left stick to get your reticle where it needs to be. It's just the nature of console aiming. All the PC guys are going to be real mad, you know, just use the aim assist, but it's the nature of the beast, right? We don't have this crazy, you know, pinpoint accurate mouse that we can just click on people, right? Keyboard and mouse is so easy, you just click on people. I got this bulky thumbstick with my flaccid penis thumb trying to freaking get the reticle on a guy's head. So you got to utilize the aim assist, utilize left stick aiming, even with sniping. It's a huge help. Okay guys, so we're hopping into training mode for tip number 3, and my tip number 3 is going to be aim where the player is going to be, not where they are. Obviously, you know, if they're standing still, it's one and the same, right? But for moving enemies, right? See there, I didn't try and like aim up at him as he was up in the air. I kind of just went to where he was going to land to and kind of waited it out. That's going to help you a lot, because when you're like trying to frantically get the aimer onto someone, your right stick is doing most of the work, as always. So if you can predict where someone's going to be and kind of just wait for them to fall into your reticle, you're going to find yourself being a lot more successful with the sniper rifle. See that? I knew where he was going to go. He even zoomed me out mid-shot. I got the no-scope kill. But see, like, I'm kind of just waiting for him to walk into my aimer there. I kind of swiped him on the second time. But you get the gist, right? You're going to find a lot more success if you're not actually, you know... See, I was trying to aim where he was in the air. If you can just get your reticle to where they're going to be and let them fall into it if they're in the air, or walk into it if they're on the ground, and just kind of wait it out, scope in, and just kind of wait for it to come to you. Again, the nature of controller aiming, you know, you want to just minimize the right stick, use the left stick, and being able to predict where they're going to be and not having to really adjust as hard with your right stick and just kind of hitting them where they're going to be is really just beneficial to you, because these controllers, you know, they weren't made for accuracy, that's for sure. Obviously, you know, the best people in the world are really good with the controller, but, you know, people like me and you, average people, we're just out here trying to make it work. And letting people fall into your aimer plays into my next tip, which is you want to be aimed in at pretty much all times. Obviously, you're going to hit a no-scope every once in a while, but 343 intentionally made the no-scoping in this game inaccurate, or imperfect, I guess you would say, right? If you saw, like, in the beta, the sniper doesn't always go exactly where the reticle is past a certain range. And 343 did that on purpose because, if I had to guess, I would say because of keyboard and mouse crossplay, right? Obviously, with a mouse, you can very accurately no-scope people. So what they did, I guess, to combat that was to make no-scoping not as accurate through, like, a certain point. It kind of, like, randomizes. They wanted to make the sniper a long-range weapon, right? They didn't want it to be a no-scoping machine, kind of how it was in Halo 5. So they changed that, and it kind of just makes the gun feel inconsistent when you're no-scoping. So I try and scope in at all times regardless. Even if I am, you know, no-scoping, I'll kind of like zoom in, you know, quick scope, I guess is how you would call it. Kind of just quick scope in while I'm pulling the trigger, if I can. Obviously, you get stuck no-scoping sometimes, you know, people are shooting at you, you're getting zoomed out, and you just kind of have to pull the trigger sometimes and hope you get lucky. If you're a high-skilled player, you know, maybe you're more consistent. But if you ever watch, like, really good players hit flashy quick scopes, they're not quick scoping and, like, swiping out, right? They're waiting for someone that's probably, mostly the flashiest shots you see, people are, like, falling from a bridge or something, and they're waiting for them to fall into the aimer. I'll see if I can get you an example. And then they'll kind of quick scope, like, as it's happening. The bots are a little hard to show on because they they kind of just do their own thing. They just stop in the middle of nowhere for no reason. See, I saw that guy falling, and I was pretty much just waiting for him to fall into my reticle. Like, he was in my reticle already, right? But I was waiting for him to fall, have his head fall into my reticle. He can't really control where he's falling from. Like I said in the BR video, once you're airborne, you're not really... you don't really have control over your movement. So I knew he was going to fall basically straight down, and then once he did, I was ready for it. So that's really kind of the gist of sniping. I'm not the best sniper in this game by any means. Sniping is very difficult in Halo Infinite, which is frustrating, but it makes it more satisfying when you actually hit your shots. So there's a little give and take there.
They've sniped somewhere.
Enemy team score.
You guys have free entry to C. Spawned here.
Double kill. Triple kill.
3 dead. I got a trip right on
Overkill.
Overkill!
We've captured Charlie. Your team scored.
They at camera spawn? One shot jack. Got him.
Killing spree.
2 on B.
Double kill.
Yo.
Your ammo reserves.
Yo, I'm frying right now. And my final tip for the day should be obvious, but I promise you it's not. It's going to be relax. Stop squeezing the controller. You want fluid motions on your stick. You don't want to be rough, putting your right stick all the way up against the side, right? You don't want max stick input. When you're sniping, you want to be light on the stick. You want to gently move the right stick. When I'm missing shots, and I'm like, damn, I can't believe I missed all those shots. I realize that I'm freaking clenching this controller. Can't believe I haven't, like, broken it yet, just squeezing it as hard as I can. I'm freaking out, like, how am I hitting this guy? And I realized that I missed 4 shots on a guy that's not even looking at me. And I'm just tensed up. I'm hyped, whether maybe it's a 49-49 game, you know I can't die. I need to get this last kill for my team. I have the sniper. Or maybe I'm getting shot at and I just can't get my reticle where I need it to be. I can't get zoomed in because my sensitivity's changing from unscoped to scoped. So I'm like getting scoped out and just like flying over here. So you just need to just take a second, relax, and just get a good angle. Angles is a huge part of sniping as well. You really want to position yourself around the map where like you're not going to be getting fired at, obviously. But you have a weapon that is very accurate at very long ranges. So you want to keep your distance, ideally. Obviously, some people are crazy good with no-scoping and stuff like that. But for average people like me, like I said, you want to keep your distance and listen to what's going on in the game, right? You hear shots going off, I know a guy's there. Stay relaxed. Line up the shots. But yeah, just don't be so hard on the controller. No one's ever been a better player because they tensed up in a tough situation, right? Just stay relaxed. Don't squeeze your controller. Nice fluid motions with your stick. Make sure you're getting a nice fluid motion. You have control of that right stick. Work them thumb muscles out, you boys, you know? Important muscle set to have, the thumbs. Again, I'm far from the best sniper in the world. I've made jokes that I'm a liability to the team when I have the sniper because, you know, I could be putting damage out with the BR, helping the team. Instead, I'm whiffing snipes on people not looking at me and getting teammates killed because I'm not helping them. But I'm practicing as much as possible, and I'm trying to improve. The sniper in Halo Infinite is very difficult compared to other Halos with the low bullet magnetism, low aim assist. They've really made it a hard weapon to use and a hard weapon to master. But that's why we're here practicing, looking up tips. I'm trying to help you guys, and you know, you just gotta take it one day at a time. Just try and get 1% better every day, and eventually you're gonna see a lot of progress in your aiming. Alright guys, so that's 5 sniper tips to help you improve your aim in Halo Infinite. I hope they helped. Let me know if they did down in the comments. Like I said, sniping's pretty hard in this game. A lot of the skills from BR shooting kind of copy over into the sniper, so you know, a few repeat tips, but you do them in different ways kind of. So if it did, consider leaving a like. That'll help push the video out to more people. The BR tips video did really well, so hopefully this helps everyone just as much. I also stream over on twitch.tv/rehabsirquitters every single day if you want to check me out there, and subscribe for more Halo content because I upload here every single day as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Later.